All right, everybody. Here we are. The best damn kayak fishing podcast ever. Episode 24. Here with my lovely wife, Amanda.
Episode 24 makes you sound old.
I'm old.
Experienced.
We're here to help a community of the average anglers like ourselves become better anglers by learning through our mistakes and the things that you guys did right. You guys learned. So that's what we're here. We're trying to make a community where we can share information and make everybody a better angler. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I get better every time. Or worse. I broke my rod this past weekend.
It's like sex. Doesn't matter if you get better or worse. It's still fun to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sup, bro?
Hey, Ryan.
If you don't know who I am, I'm Jeremy Coughlin. I'm all over the social media crap. You know what I mean? Trying to do that thing to basically get people to come here and watch this. I'm into fishing. I'm a combat vet. Kind of get into a little bit of everything. Cars and knives and swords and throwing hatchets and whatever.
He's running for president this fall.
No.
Just kidding.
I hate politics. But that's why we're here. We're trying to talk fishing. I don't suppose you have a drink, do you?
I do.
Is it a drink or a soda?
It's a soda.
Okay.
It might have some alcoholic beverage mixed in.
Might or it does?
I do the dishes around here, so I was just trying to conserve.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let us know where you're listening from and what you're drinking.
Every woman in America is probably drinking something right now because virtual learning is in full swing, and I couldn't wait to have a drink. I wanted to start at 9 a.m.
Why didn't you?
Yeah, I don't want to be drunk on the video conferences with the teachers. Yeah.
I mean, make it way more interesting.
Damn.
Yeah.
Corona.
About the only way I can deal with people is alcohol.
No.
Yeah.
You go to work sober every day.
I do. I come home.
Happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not true.
That's what you call it.
That's not true. That's why we fish.
Right. That brings me joy.
We don't have to drink to do that.
No. So we don't have any guests this week. It's just us. We're turning it down a notch, I guess, this week. We're just trying to make it easy on ourselves. Sailor Jerry and Okola.
What?
Josh Lee. So I talked to this man today. Yeah. I haven't talked to him in a while, which I did think was kind of strange, but as busy as I am, I don't put a whole lot of thought into stuff until like a name pops up and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. This dude tried to kill himself. He got in a wreck, broke all kinds of bones and going through all kinds of,
recently
rehab, over the past 3 months.
Oh, that's why you haven't interacted.
Right. And I was like, damn, it's crazy. But he was actually talking to me about the Catch Some Relief.
That stuff is amazing.
Told him no bullshit.
It
works. It works for me, and I wouldn't promote it if it didn't. So
it's now going to be available at the Kayak store, right?
Sometime soon. If
did I give away a spoiler?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that.
It's not. I don't think it's gone through yet, but yeah, they're talking.
It's exciting.
They're talking.
When I'm not fishing, I'd like to be shopping.
Yeah, we know.
But Catch Some Relief. So I like to stay up to date on what's in the stores.
Clothes.
No.
Yeah.
I can stay visiting Home Depot.
Right. We know.
Who's we?
Everybody.
I mean, I can stay visiting.
I know.
At a pond. I'm only good at occupying myself.
You're really good at wasting time.
No. So
I like it's really sweet, but I'm primarily a Jack and Coke guy.
what is Sailor Jerry?
So spiced rum.
Oh,
Ryan, how were the hot laps the other night? I heard you had a raging boner. Anyway, that's my little brother. He's in Iowa. He hasn't been in a race car in a little while, and he got in the old man's car to do some hot laps, and
Hey,
was very
Ansu.
excited about it.
when is his? When is he racing?
He's not.
Oh,
He was just doing hot laps.
oh, okay.
Sup, Ma? Got the Iowa crew
Hey.
on. We got some Vikings in New York and Norway. Does she live in Norway or New York?
No, New York.
Oh,
New York, yeah.
I was like, which one's the one that lives in Norway?
And
I get him confused. It's just be cool to go to Norway.
hear that, Ansel?
I mean,
You got a personal travel assistant the
I'm
next time
in.
you go. He'll go.
I'm in.
Hmm. He's TSA approved.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My wife's not. Mhm.
Well,
Here it is. Anyway,
I mean, it doesn't make you more special.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there was an episode a couple weeks ago that Joshua Little, the bearded beast, was on the show. And since then, we have kind of exchanged some baits, some things to fish with. I sent him some of my favorite Venom stuff.
Hmm.
And he sent me some of the stuff that he likes to fish a lot. And I mean, before he sent me this stuff, it's almost all primarily underspin stuff from Fish Head.
So explain underspin to.
Underspin is just basically a jig head
Mhm.
that has
Oh, it looks
a
like it's in a-
blade underneath that spins underneath, and as you pull
Oh.
it through the water, it looks like a little baby fish underneath the fish.
Ah.
What I thought was the most amazing thing, which I had never seen, is this primal vibe. Now, look, I ain't, I'm pro staff for Venom, but this caught my eye because it's a bladed jig, or chatterbait, which everybody calls them, because chatterbait's the one that makes the one everybody likes. But it's got an underspin.
It's also a naughty website.
Underspin. Different kind of chatterbait. Spelled very differently. They got this hair jig with an underspin.
That's what our youngest was calling a troll earlier.
A troll.
I guess it looks like
Yeah.
the little trolls with
Just
the hair.
the
Yeah.
regular jig head with the another bladed jig with the underspin, but in white.
Hmm.
And so, I mean, the rest are variants of the
What
same
is it
thing I
like-
just showed.
So I noticed that you have a lot of those, and I've been often
Amazing.
tempted to take some or one just to borrow it and fish with it,
Right.
but I'm afraid I'm going to get it caught on something. Like it looks like something.
I mean, if it's
Where
got
do you
a
fish with
big
that?
exposed hook out the top,
Right.
you got to
The thing
fish
that
it in areas
dangles
where you can
underneath and
fish that.
everything. Are you deep water with that or what?
Oh, so the chatterbait style one, the bladed jig style, those are actually remarkably good at going through grass and cover and stuff like that.
The dangly thing doesn't fall off
The
or get snapped.
dangly thing. Which one is the dangly thing?
The under one.
The spin, the blade?
Yeah.
No, it is mounted in metal on a swivel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can borrow one. I'm not
No.
going to get it tangled.
No, you can go get your own
Hmm.
with my money. So it's like you might as well just steal them from me.
That's what I tried to do in the first
know.
place. Saving you some gas money.
Oh, Aunt Solvy's going in 2022.
No, she said
20
I'm in too. I'm in too. She's
Oh,
in.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's into having you accompany
I
her.
was going to say that's not
Norway.
2022. That's 2222, and that's in a couple hundred years.
Mm.
Good on you.
Hopefully, we make it there before then.
I mean, I hope we make it there in the next couple hundred years.
So, again, back to those things.
Back to those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you going to try them?
Well, I mean, the next time I go fishing, probably.
Let's go right now. Let's take them with us.
Right. Because we're not doing anything.
I mean, let's take them with us, I said.
No. Be quite honest, my head feels like it's in a vice, and I'm trying not to throw up.
Oh,
Yeah.
allergies.
Who knows?
Mm.
But we're here. We're going to talk fishing. So last week, I'm gonna talk a little bit about last week, and then we'll talk about our basics
Mm-hmm.
and our Venom Tackle Highlight, and then we can talk about upcoming events. That's kind of how things are going to roll tonight. But
It's not very unpredictable. It's the same thing.
what did we do last weekend?
Last weekend, just
Some pond fishing.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sunday, we were at ponds and
Talking into the
rivers,
mic.
and I'm sorry, at ponds and rivers. I feel like I want to look at you, but anyway,
I get it, but
just
your
so
your
handsome.
mouth needs to basically touch the
Okay.
mic
There we go.
all the time.
All the time.
I know you
So,
like that.
as anyway, we were fishing at ponds and creeks, rivers, brooks, whatever they call them down
We
here.
were like running around
The
checking
creek.
out some new crap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was checking some things off my hit list. Some of them were duds. He's not very adventurous, even though he has this Jeep.
It has nothing to do with adventure.
Mhm.
If even after going through the freaking jungle, you can't cast, there's no point in.
Right. I know. That wasn't the case.
It was the case.
Somebody exaggerates.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It was grass that was 7 feet tall, fences, and trees. Right. If it was dark, you'd have thought like somebody was after you.
But no, it was a bright sunny day, and it was like maybe 2 feet grass. And
No, it wasn't.
anyway, it looked so good. It looked so good on satellite. Like
Right.
there was.
You just couldn't get to it by foot.
I think that if we
Just
would have tried a little bit
looked
longer and
amazing.
didn't give up so late, we would have caught maybe
Easily.
even a personal best in those waters. I don't even.
Negative.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a kayak fishing podcast, and I love fishing.
I mean,
from the
we
kayak.
talk fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
But I'm not as skilled with the, loading it up and the kids up, and now we got the virtual school, which all that crap and everything. So I'm out more at ponds recently, and so I'm just desperate to find good ones in the area, and I like to find new ones. It's like the hunt, I guess. I don't know. I like it. But we did find a good spot.
Found a really cool like creek spot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a good fishing spot. But
I caught 2 fish.
Uh-huh.
And I almost got ate alive by a snake.
Right. Tagging Tails, what's up, man? I guess Grandma says hello. Today's her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Grandma happy birthday.
I did. Grandma didn't answer the phone when I called earlier.
Surprised you found your phone to call her.
That's right here.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
I know. We got all Woody on here too. Man, you ain't got nothing better to do but watch us on Tuesday night.
Doesn't he see you all day?
No.
Oh.
No, we maybe see each other briefly, maybe once a day.
It must be the highlight of his day.
I seriously doubt it. If seeing me is the highlight of your day, then you're in hell.
I'm not in hell.
Oh.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
So yeah, we did find a really cool, basically a really cool like photography spot by the creek. Lots of little breaks. I suppose it'd be a great place to learn how to fly fish.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of breaks where the
Hasn't
water,
any of y'all fly fish before?
It makes it pool. What?
I was asking if any of them have fly fished, because I envision myself with a finesse, you know what I mean? Like out there just doing it. But really, I know that I'm probably going to get tangled up.
Yeah, I see you like catching yourself a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Treble hooks are not my friend.
No. But what was we found another pond after
Mhm.
that, but we didn't fish it because
Several ponds together.
it was hot and I was tired and hungry.
Cranky.
Your mic keeps cutting out
Oh,
because you
is this
don't
better?
talk into it.
It's about to. I'm inhaling it.
That's what you should feel like a big black penis, straight in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. See, it
You
points
just worry about your
at
own
your
mic.
face. I'm not worried about mine because I can hear me. I can't hear you,
I
which
don't-
means they can't hear you.
I don't hear you in my ear.
Right.
I don't.
Well, then you have problems.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Mhm. So anyway, oh, now I hear.
Oh.
Anyway, we went to kind of a well-known spot. I don't know if for our local people up there by the Publix, they have this big pond, and then behind that, they have another pond that not many people know about. And that's where I snapped my rod, my first
Like really nice one.
really nice rod that somebody,
Anniversary gift.
yeah, very special got for me. It was an Abu Garcia. It's so pretty.
It was the Iconelli finesse rod.
Yeah. I mean, me and that rod have had some great times together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I cried and I scraped my leg real bad.
Scott Atkins says he'd try fly fish. Wait. Oh, yeah. Let's put it that way.
I tried.
He said I try. I haven't tried. I've watched videos and I've seen people do it. And there's actually a program around North Alabama. I think it's over in Decatur that will teach veterans to do it for free. And they have all the stuff to do it. And I just haven't found the time to do it. But I've always thought it would be interesting. I understand the concept. It doesn't look that hard. I'm pretty good at whipping.
I mean, again, I think that, you know, you have like this vision of doing it with like, I don't know, you probably won't get tangled. You have like this natural knack for just picking stuff up and being good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look like it, but I am naturally athletic at most things. I'm not great, but I'm not bad.
You are.
You know?
I'll toot the horn.
Right.
Mhm.
Chris Mark says it takes lots of real estate to throw.
I beat him at wrestling, though. Just want that to be known for the record.
Negative.
Mhm.
It was on video. Like you did not win.
I did.
Okay.
Anyway, so after I broke my rod, I still tried, and it just wasn't in my fate. It just wasn't for us to catch a fish there. So we left,
I caught a
and
fish.
yeah,
I was the only one.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I had a disadvantage because my pole was only 3.5 feet long at this point, and I was sad.
I mean, you got another pole.
Right. I borrowed one. But anyway, scoped out a couple other places. And
Right.
so I got like this arsenal of ponds that we're gonna do. I remember last week we talked about the two different style of jig heads, and where one of them the bait
The Z-Man.
Yeah. No, not
jig
the Z-Man.
head.
It's crooked a little bit.
Is
not really too straight.
hard to make weedless.
Mhm.
And the Venom
Figured
one
that out.
is very easy to be
So
weedless.
easy. I'm not pro staff, so I'll give you a real honest opinion. Venom's
DK
it's
rig.
so much better. I mean, like, I'm kind of spoiled because I came on the scene just using my sponsor and coach trainer
Mhm.
has the very best equipment most of the time for me to use. And so I didn't know that they weren't like all like that. I didn't know that they weren't all like Venoms. But
Right.
the Z-Man one with the thing hanging, it's not.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's not weedless. I didn't like the way the bait felt, like it tugged funny.
Right.
Because it wasn't straight and it wasn't. So definitely no. As soon as I took that thing off, that's when
Caught fish.
yeah, that's when I caught that bass.
Tried to wrestle a snake.
No, I nearly shit myself.
Frozen fear.
Yeah, I was.
Solvy says she loves fly fishing, especially enjoyed just casting. See you, dude. You just stop by, say hi.
Oh, bye, Tag and Tails. What's his name again?
Tag and Tails.
If it's first name.
Tagging.
and Tails. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ma said, "Oh, Remy jumped into the lake." That's funny. Is that the first time the dog's ever been in water, or what? Like you go camping all the time.
She said
Figured
he
the dog
jumped
would be
in
all
like a
up in it.
kangaroo. That's not like a regular, like dogs will walk in the water, but
No.
he jumped in like a
Some get
kangaroo.
excited and they just jump in.
I've not seen a dog jump in
Well,
like a kangaroo. I'm picturing it.
obviously, you had very
Is
cool
Remy still
dogs.
skittish? I'm surprised he likes the water. He's not afraid of it.
Anyway,
Remy is
Scott,
his
I probably
parents'
will
dog,
make the time.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remy is short for Remington. The parents, the Rents, they're younger, now only German Shepherd. First time in the water.
So cute. Dog.
Dude's like 2 years old.
Well, he was the baby.
That's like a teenager in human years. Good Lord. First time he's seen water or been in water. It's weird. Anyway. That was a good segue into what we got
that was
going
real
on.
Smooth.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's basically where my brain's at.
You need a stronger drink.
No. Our basic tip of the week. I know that I'm sounding slow.
Your dad's talking
My
smack.
brain is not working real well. Who's the girl who thinks she can fish? Well, same one that thinks she's a lot of things.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Not one to air things out on air.
I mean, I'm not claiming to be the best fisherman ever, fisherwoman. I mean, I'm one mother fisher, but you know what I mean? I'm a mother and a fish, get it?
Yeah, got it.
Anyway, I mean, I did save your life while reeling in a shark. That's pretty badass.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't save my life. You didn't even stop fishing.
Okay. Again.
You watched me
hardcore.
almost die.
First of all,
And then just left
my
me
hand
to
grabbed
die.
you and pulled you back like the hand of God, touched by an angel.
Right.
That was your experience there.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, also, you're like the hardest person to help ever in a situation like that.
Oh, where I'm blacked out and don't know what's going on?
No, where I'm like, babe, you're overheating. Maybe you should sit in the shade, or do you want me to like hose you down or something? You're like barking at me. No. And then you're puking off the side of the dock.
1,000 words a second.
No, I was trying to help you, and you're like
a neurotic,
swatting me away.
Crazy.
Okay,
woman.
fine. I'm gonna fish, and then I have a bite. I'm not gonna lose that, or you. So I got them both. Catch of the day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
2
sharks, 1 pole.
I love the way she tells it.
So I wish Madison was here so she can have my back. Yeah.
Yeah, like the wrestling thing. I mean, let's really talk to Madison. Let's get the truth on some shit.
Call her right now. Anyway, I rode him like a pony. Not in a dirty way. Like we were wrestling and I got him. And then I was like, I got you.
She didn't get me.
I did.
She was on me like a spider monkey. And I was laughing so freaking hard that I just let her do what she wanted. And then she was like, I won. And I'm like, yeah, you won. I was fighting back real hard. I almost peed myself laughing so hard. True story.
Just steal the thunder.
I mean,
that's how you treat somebody who can both save your life and whoop your ass.
I mean, I didn't
I'm just
know
kidding.
you'd done either.
You got some muscles there. I wouldn't face you one-on-one sober anyway. You know what I mean?
Dad wants you to teach him because you're such a good storyteller.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
Uh-huh.
I learned from the best. Not really. Yeah. I came knowing how to fish. I did, yeah.
Surf fishing and bass fishing, 2 totally different things.
Somebody go retrieve my picture of me and my first bass fish
Yeah.
off the refrigerator
Somebody
where it's conveniently
somebody
hanging
tell
up.
me when you first started lipping fish, Miss Fisherwoman.
Sometimes, okay.
Mm-hmm. Can't touch your own damn fish. Can't bait your own hook.
It's like dating. It's like a slow relationship. You don't just like go in the first date or a few years. I was just used to catching things that had a lot of teeth in their mouth. You know? Anyway.
I can't make a happy wife.
Yeah, I'm always happy.
Oh, well then I can't make a happy life.
Well.
Oh, there we go. It froze.
He
But I
just
caught
beat
it
me
quick.
off the camera.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. He did not.
I mean,
Anyway, Roger, I will fish with you. I don't think that there's anything that I can teach you that probably haven't heard him talk about, but when are y'all coming down here?
Dad likes the kind of fishing where you toss it in there
And you sit and
and you
drink?
sit and drink a beer.
I like that kind of fishing too.
Yeah.
Fishing is fishing.
I mean, yeah.
Tell us one new thing that you've learned as like a avid fisherman now for several years. You're always learning new things. What's one of the things that you've learned recently?
I can't say that I've learned a new thing, but I've been trying to work on things that I'm not very good at. Such as throwing jigs and
what's significant about that?
Because it's the time of year for it. I'm not very good at, like, I love throwing crankbaits and rattle traps and stuff like that. That's considered power fishing, and that's kind of how I really was for the first couple of years. I was very big into power fishing, and I've since transitioned into really just wanting to beat up an area and work it super slow and be a finesse fisherman. But
I know that's real because I'll be on the other side of the bridge or wherever. And I'm like, babe, there's fish over here. And he's like, nope, fish in this spot.
Yeah, I like to work an area.
Okay, suit yourself.
And then move on to the next area. But
I'm an adventurer.
With that last tournament, I was deep cranking a lot. And I mean, it's out of my comfort zone. I'm not very good at just looking at my electronics, finding the ledge and throwing a crankbait at it and making sure that I'm hitting it the way I'm supposed to be hitting it. So I look stoned, huh? I wish. The bright ass lights, I can barely keep my eyes open because they're so bright. My brain is very sensitive to it right now. Yeah.
It'd be funner if you just were like, yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I was high. Anyway.
You'd be funny.
Rocky says that's the only way he can fish is with beer.
Yeah.
And Rocky, what'd you do? Take a break from all that winning to come talk to us? What's going on, man? You're doing pretty good over there.
Racing, right?
Yeah, racing. Racing.
So anyway,
yep.
You're learning new things about, and what sources are you using for that?
I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Right. Instagram, that Wired to Fish that comes up.
Wired to Fish has a lot of good videos.
I love it because it's just like a couple minutes, little snippets. I can, while I'm hiding from the kids for a second, or, it's like, and then I get so excited about this new like little trick or talent or whatever, you know what I mean? That you see on there, like, how I'm really going to try and I think challenge myself to do like a wacky rig.
Wacky rig is like, I forever like refuse to throw a wacky rig.
Really?
I'm like, a fucking worm's a worm.
Right.
If you throw in a worm one way, what's the difference between that and another way?
Right.
There's a difference.
Really?
Yeah.
And you don't like
because
wacky?
I have sat there with people throwing the exact same worm, Texas rigged or, rigged a different way, and I will not get bit and they will sit there and catch fish.
So you're not doing wacky no more?
No, I am very much into wacky worm
Oh.
because I was against it and then got proven that it works.
Oh, I
I
think you
was
told the
throwing
story
not
backwards.
wacky. No, I
They
said I
were
was throwing something else.
deals
Same
and they were throwing
worm
back.
rigged a different
Yeah.
way.
Okay. See, that's why I was talking about that. That's what I've been noticing
Yeah.
is that there's wacky rig might have
It's got a place in the tackle box.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I just can't stand it. So I'm gonna try and challenge myself to do that.
The hardest part, like the biggest thing you got to remember is that it's a small hook.
Mhm.
So you need a rod that's like super sensitive, kind of like the one you snapped, that lets you know as soon as that hook is in the fish's mouth. Like
Yeah.
as soon as that fish bites it, you're really wanting to set the hook because it'll swallow that small hook very quickly, and then you have the possibility of killing the fish.
Mm-mm. Oh, I get real upset.
Our burn tournament is September 19th. It's coming up. We'll be talking about that here at the end, but yeah, we're working on finalizing door prizes and things for that and trying. I have yet to enlist any help, but I'm going to have to enlist some people that maybe have hog troughs. If you're listening, anybody,
Who wants to
Bueller.
come and judge some fish?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to be fishing, but you know that doesn't mean that the other judges can't fish. You just have to be like somebody that's going to help measure the fish for people that don't know what a hog trough or ever measured a fish before.
It's gonna be real fun.
What is who's Matt Allen? Chris Marks. When you're in tournament, didn't what the fuck? Move, dude, check. Who the hell? Wait, what? Local. He expects more local data. Oh, sensitive rod. Yeah, we say. Sorry, man.
What happened?
I'm reading so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he said that we say a sensitive that you can feel a gnat's fart, like a rod so sensitive that you can feel a gnat fart.
I get
right.
it.
So it's
I get
very
it.
sensitive.
Mhm.
Very, very. I wouldn't say light. You know, like a crappie rod is super light, but you want something that's medium and like extra fast. The tip is extra fast. Oh, he's talking about dudes from Wired to Fish. Matt Allen or Matt something. Yeah. I like tactical bassing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them
on YouTube. Those guys are super knowledgeable.
Super knowledgeable.
Super. They're
Super
from
knowledgeable, y'all.
They're from way up north.
Get on there and get you some facts.
Every YouTube video starts off with "Welcome back to Tactical Bassing," and it just cracks me up. Huh? It's just like that. Huh? Like from upper Wisconsin, Minnesota, somewhere in that range, man. And it's freaking hilarious.
Say it again.
Welcome back to Tactical Bassing. It's fucking funny.
You got to do that next Tuesday to welcome back to Kayak podcast.
I'm from Iowa, man, and my northern accent I don't think was ever that strong.
Isn't Iowa considered northern, or is it more considered Midwest?
It's Midwest.
Okay.
But compared to Alabama,
it's
northern. Yeah.
For sure.
If you don't believe it's in the north, spend a winter there.
I mean, I think that it's north.
It's like being in Antarctica.
Specific, latitude, longitude. But I'm saying
Sup, Ron?
In comparison in the United States, it's Midwest, I think.
Are they really California guys? There's no way. There's no way they're California dudes.
Hey, Ron.
They may be in California now or something. They have to have been from Minnesota by the Canadian border or Wisconsin or something.
California guys.
Where's Fargo?
To Dayton,
North Dakota.
Tennessee.
That's that very, very northern accent.
Impersonate it.
You know?
Oh. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I don't have an
I
accent.
love watching him. I love watching. They. I say he. There's two dudes. I can't remember their names,
You got a bro crush?
but they're very detailed and technical about how each bait works. And then they show you like underwater footage to show you what they're talking
Yes, I
about.
love that. I love that. Y'all, if you're new to fishing and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you need to go somewhere, a bathtub, anywhere, and watch your bait as you're reeling it in and watch like what you're doing with your wrist motion or like how you're twitching it or whatever, because that is like probably like the single most helpful thing was when we went down to Wheeler, got away from Gunnersville mucky waters where you can't see crap. Anyway, we went to down off Wheeler somewhere, a place called Happy Hollow,
Yeah.
and it had the clearest water. And okay, so again, most of my experience recently at that point had been in saltwater where you ain't seeing nothing and you could pull up anything from a hammerhead shark, which are so cute when they're babies, to a stingray. My son caught 2 stingrays last time we went.
Right.
Sheep's head fit, anything. So meanwhile, I'm seeing how this is moving in the water, and everything that he had been telling or yelling at me started making sense. Like, twitch your wrist and then reel it in, or just kind of like move it side to side. Obviously, I move different baits different ways. So that was awesome. And then now when I go fishing, if it's with something new, or something that I found in his tackle box, then I'll just stay at the edge of the pond and watch how it moves and see what's more realistic. And that is probably,
I mean, that's one of the
Yeah.
best ways. Like
for sure.
you tie on something new.
But back to
Kevin
what you were
says
saying,
he
they said
uses his
underwater
pool.
camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
Yep.
says he uses his pool. But whether you're on the bank or in your kayak or whatever, it doesn't matter if the visibility is 6 inches or if it's 6 feet. If you tie on something new and you're not quite sure how it works, tie it on and play with it in the water right beside you, right in front of you.
yeah.
Figure out, its weight and its balance and how it's going to move, and then cast and, play with it.
I feel like, though, also when it's winter, you're just like, oh, I can't wait to fish top water.
Winter?
Yes, I just like, you're not fishing top water. But
Oh,
I
you're
felt
like
like I
in
was
spring?
like, yes, I couldn't wait to
Oh,
use a
yeah.
frog or use
Right.
it, you know what I'm saying? And then along came spring and summer, and this whole season, I've only got 2 fish. Well, one of them was a monster. It was a real pig. I loved it and proud of it. I've only gotten one on top water, and I didn't think that I would be as comfortable as I am now with, the jigs and the Ned rigs and the swim baits and all that kind of stuff. So more diverse. Your teaching is paying off.
Well,
Your
that's
frustration
the
has
only
been worth
thing you
it.
throw.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you won't throw anything unless it has a jig head on it.
Nuh-uh. That's
You
not
won't
true.
throw a weightless worm or a weightless swim bait.
No, I don't like to just fling something off 3
It's
feet.
not. It's
If
not.
it has no body to it, I just can't get it out there. I mean, I can cast pretty far, but if it doesn't weigh anything, the wind is going, I'm spastic enough. I'm not trying to get tangled up and deal with the bullshit. But I throw crankbaits and spinner baits,
Yeah,
and
you're very much a power fisherman right now, I think.
I like the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can finesse
You
too.
like things that are heavier, and the harder you fish, basically, the better they work.
Well, I mean, the more control I have over where it's going is what it boils down to. I mean, I can reel it slow or twitch it or, play with it or whatever, but I want to get it out there. I didn't play sports, okay?
Chris Marks just texted me proof that these boys are California boys. Well, Sunshine State.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's where they were born and raised?
I mean, just where are they from, though?
Yeah. Where did the accent
Because
get
they
from?
sound like they're from freaking North Dakota. I believe you. I wasn't saying that they didn't live in California, because I actually do feel like I've seen a lot of their videos in lakes in California. But damn it, their accent. What's up, Rob? Why aren't you racing?
Hey, Rob.
Rob is smashing the field with the old Jeremy Coughlin fishing race car.
He's my good luck charm, too.
He's like so far ahead. He's won like 5 of the 7 races. Yeah.
Congratulations.
With like 2 races left.
Congratulations.
right?
Does his season ever end with the online racing?
Yeah, it's a season. 2 races left.
And then how long before
I'm
it starts
sure they
again?
do other seasons and other races and things, but that's this season and this particular event series. Yeah. Chris Marks, what do you think about that KBF tournament, 2-day tournament coming up in September on Wheeler?
Dun, dun, dun. I think it might be my first tournament.
No, we already discussed that you're not doing it until next year.
Oh, I'm not allowed. I guess
You're the one that said it, not me.
Binged. Well, I was thinking. Now I'm thinking about it.
Oh.
I'm getting excited.
I seriously want to do it because I've never done a 2-day kayak tournament. Oh, 15 minutes still qualifying. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. I'd love to do it, and the only reason that I might not do it is because it's the weekend before our tournament, and I feel like last minute things are going to need buttoned up that weekend. So a 2-day tournament might be a little bit much, but I don't know.
We can do
2 races left. 195-point lead over second place.
Damn.
I mean, shit. I'd just go out and drive backwards, fucking people up. Why? Why? Because you ain't gonna lose. I mean, come on. Scott's taking vacation that week before the burn event, so he would be off for sure that weekend. Oh, so you're trying to sucker me into going fishing, Scott? Is that what you're trying to do?
He's like a real cheap hooker when it comes to this.
Yeah, I mean, it don't take a whole lot of work to talk me into going fishing. You know what I mean?
It's me and it's 4:00 in the morning.
Plus, Ryan and Melinda are going to be coming that week at some point. I don't know exactly what day. Maybe y'all can tell me if you're still listening. I didn't put you to sleep. Oh, yeah. I mean, I understand not having to, pay those extra dues, but I paid it because I did the.
What are you talking about?
Alabama KBF. You got to pay a membership, and there's different levels of membership and all that kind of thing. But I paid because I finally did my first KBF stuff, and that was August 1st through 21st, and it was a Alabama qualifiers, Alabama State Challenge, I think is what they call it.
And how did you do in that one?
Finished 7th.
Yeah, I'm excited.
7th out of 20. You know what I mean? So top half.
20.
I mean,
like,
that was 20.
I thought it was 29.
I mean, all right. I'm not going to say no, but it is $100 entry fee to the KBF tournament, and you have to have paid, your KBF dues, whichever level that is. I did the. I don't know what it's called, but it was like $35. So that's what I got.
How do you just KBF.com?
Well, I mean, you can find the tournament on Tourney X. Everybody should be on Tourney X if they're doing all these kayak tournaments.
Hearing Tourney X is like it's just taken over. Last year there was just the kind of bass boats used it a lot and stuff.
Yeah, it's because of all
Corona?
the social distancing and all the shit. So it was an app. It is an app made for tournaments like we do, where you have to submit pictures and all that kind of thing.
Do you like it? You feel like it's reliable?
No, I mean I like it.
Okay.
I think it makes it easier for the judges to judge all the pictures and all the things that we have to do. It's got your GPS, so you should be in some legal waters unless you're smarter than the average bear, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good tool for tournament directors.
It's not a hassle when you're out there on the water, opening the app and doing the pictures and stuff.
I mean, you can do it then, or you can, be one of those dickheads and just sandbag until the end of the tournament and submit all your pictures at the end.
Dude,
I'm never doing
a fish.
Good. Right.
He is on it. He is posting it. I'm not a sandbagger, but I mean, I might element of surprise. I think sometimes. What do you guys think? Are you sending your fish pics in like bam? Or are you waiting to the end?
Most people submit their pictures when they catch the fish.
Right.
But
just get it out of the way. I mean, if it's
there's people that don't, like on purpose. They don't They don't
Oh, I
even
thought it'd
fuck
be,
with
like,
it. They just take their
calculated.
picture
Oops.
and then they submit them all at the end.
I'm late to everything anyway, so.
Yeah. And all the other guys like get mad about it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
are you getting sassy about it?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care because come like the last hour of the tournament, they
Mhm.
shut it off so you can't even see the results.
Oh.
See where you're at. You can't see standings. You can't see nothing.
Oh.
So who cares?
Hmm.
Look, either I'm, confident in what I did or I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
I mean, I like that you're happy to be catching a fish. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
some fish make us happier, but
Rob's going to Okoboji this weekend. That sounds fun.
what is
Isn't
it?
that in the Ozarks? I feel like
What is the Okoboji?
Lake Okoboji. It's huge. I feel like it's in the Ozarks. But yeah, Alabama fishing license expires Monday, which is should be September 1st. Make sure if you're in Alabama, you go get your license. Yeah, the Iowa kayak guys use Tourney X. I mean, the guy that made it, Dwayne Wally, he lives around this area of the country somewhere. I think Tennessee, but I could be wrong. But I mean, yeah, it's huge down here. It's in everything. Ryan and Melinda are leaving Thursday. They'll be here Friday morning before the tournament. How long you staying? Send pics before your camera goes swinging. Hey, guess what? My camera is on one of these, and it's connected to me. And this thing can hold up like a pound and a half fish. It'll lift like a 2-pound fish out of the water up to the edge, like top of the water.
Y'all should see him in action in his kayak.
Hey, I have one of those on the side of my kayak, which has my fish stringer on it. It's clipped to my kayak. As soon as I catch the fish, I put it on the fish stringer and I put it in the water.
Man,
and then
I'll
I get
never
my
trust a
board and my
fish stringer
camera
again.
ready. Yep. It's in Okoboji's it's in Mississippi? Wait, Rob says northern Iowa.
Wait, what?
Y'all are confusing the hell out of me. Ryan and Melinda will be here for a week. They'll be leaving that next Friday. Okay. Oh, Tourney X owner, Mississippi. My bad. Okay. I think there's two different things going on in my brain. I'm sorry.
I'll read to you.
Yeah, you should. Okoboji's in northern Iowa. Tourney X owners from Mississippi.
There we go.
Yeah.
Clarification there.
Boom.
Misleading the listeners.
I've dropped my phone in the drink one time, and that will never happen again.
Why? What do you have?
I just showed you.
Oh.
My phone is connected to me.
With the pliers and the fish stringer
with the carabiner.
And all the gadgets.
Yeah.
He's smooth, though. You could tell he's kind of tactical.
Sure.
I get tangled up a little bit occasionally sometimes.
You just hook your crotch to your seat. With treble hooks.
One time. Anyway, moving past that, he's got all these gadgets and things and electric and everything. And, I'm over here just, like pioneer woman, my fishing pole, and my portable fan.
Honestly, that's usually when I do best. Leave the fish finder at home. Don't
I think so too.
Just bring the bare necessities and just fish. Like wherever your gut tells you to fish.
That's why I'd rather be in a kayak as opposed to like a big bass boat, because you can get into like the little places, The
problem is if the fish aren't in those little places. You know what I mean?
Excuse me.
Like that one fish that I caught in 20 feet of water with a deep crankbait. There's no way I would have found that little ledge, that little area without those electronics. Like it's just out, to the eye. I was just out in the middle of the water.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You say it so seriously.
No, I mean, look like, Castaway.
Not really. You were not.
Huh? Yeah, no, it's just out in the middle of nowhere.
It was 30 feet away from the bridge, wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
No, it was like
that far.
a quarter mile from the bridge. You weren't even there. It was me and Cody. Right.
I know Cody ain't paddling that far.
Cody paddled.
Was this before or after he fell asleep and drifted away?
Oh no, that was well before.
Oh, this was just a
He
recent.
fell asleep under the bridge and like anchored himself to the shore under the bridge in the shade while I was fishing.
I mean, at least he was anchored this
I
time.
mean, whatever.
His legs are so burnt. But
I do not have the pedal drive for my new canoe.
oh, man.
I paddle everywhere. Yep. I think it'd be.
You did have the trolling motor, and that was handy.
I do use the trolling motor when I'm in practice or whatever because I can't use it in the
Some of the tournaments you
NACA
can,
series
but
that
not
I'm
many,
in, the
yeah.
North Alabama Kayak Anglers. It's not allowed in them, but the KBF tournaments, the BASS tournaments, Real Crazy, I know you can use it. So there's other stuff, other tournaments that I do, and a lot of practice. Most of the time, I'm using my trolling motor if I'm practicing because I'm trying to check places out and kind of shoot, move, and communicate.
Yeah, if you're scouting out areas for tournament and stuff.
And we fish. I fish a lot of like stupid shallow stuff. Sometimes, like half the year, that's where I'm at. I'm up in some seriously skinny water, and I feel like the pedal drive just wouldn't work very well in that.
He gets right up close to the bank, and he'll pull the frog down, or he'll pull whatever. He gets bit. I have to be. I don't know. To me, I guess in my mind, I'm not picturing the fish just like right there.
They
I'm
are in water that you
going
not
out a little bit further. Like even if I'm on the bank casting out. But
anytime you can throw parallel
mm-hmm.
to shore or structure or trees, not over them but in parallel with them,
right,
it's always the best. And you always start off with short casts, and you start off as close to the bank as possible, and you work your way out.
I have sometimes little people here and here.
I've never tried the pedals.
So
yeah, you never have little people here and here on your kayak.
No, not on my kayak.
But when you're on the bank, you should do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. No, I have not tried the pedals. Jimmy Skinner is like the local New Canoe Team New guy, and he has all that stuff on his, and he's tricked out. I think it looks cool. I've watched lots of videos. I've seen him use it. I've seen others use it.
Let's do that.
But
let's go try.
Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't even like it. Like I feel like I'd like being able to move my kayak without using my arms or hands, like I could still fish. But I think I would hate all that shit where my feet go. Like I don't want the pedals in the way. You know what I mean?
Oh, but they flip up so easy. It's like poof, out the way.
Yeah.
So easy.
I mean, it's just shit in the way. I stand up, I move around. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm jaded when it comes to pedals. Like, so you have I'm strictly basically paddle or motor.
Mm-hmm.
Like the pedal, the price point on them, I might as well buy a whole nother kayak. Like the pedals are almost as expensive as my kayak was.
I mean, everybody likes driving a car until they get on a motorcycle. You know what I mean? I don't know. You happen to know a guy that will give you a test drive, right? This kayak with pedals?
Yeah, I mean, we can
go try.
We could check it out. We could always go down to the kayak store, and Tony Dean has all kinds of pedal kayaks. Mm-hmm. They're not the New Canoe with the pivot drive. I mean, he has New Canoe, but I haven't seen any of the pivot drives there.
And kayaks have been on like back order, crazy hot commodities ever since Corona. When we were down at the kayak store, they were hopping.
So Josh says that the pivot drive works great until you get nasty stuff, but it is, like you said, very easy to pull up. Mm-hmm. And the pedals aren't in the way. And he's not, he's not like sponsored by New Canoe, but he's just saying those are facts.
Yeah, what I saw, like at first I thought, like when you first told me, because I didn't know, that kayaks have pedals, like some of them, and that it was like the more like ritzier, like more expensive kayak. But I was like, that's so ridiculous. Expensive. Like just sitting there, like. Right. I just pictured like one of those couples with the swans and the paddle boat. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like it just seemed very, haphazard out there in the water, whatever. But I watched, like we were talking about earlier on Instagram, a couple ladies actually, and they have the pedals, and they are getting in, getting out. It's just like they're maneuvering it so easy. And
Right.
I feel like, I'm a good paddler, but
I mean, at the end of the day, your shoulders get freaking tired.
right. But also, you are not having to stop casting.
Right. You can fish the
You're
whole
just
time.
continuously fishing, or in my
And you
case,
can
untangling yourself sometimes every once in a while.
You can pedal against the current and kind of hold yourself where an anchor maybe not hold you. I don't know. Rob, you're right. It does sound like she's wanting one, and we've talked about it for a while, but her appetite and her price range are two totally different things. Same as mine. That's why I don't have them.
First of all, I'm the thrifty one in the relationship. He's high maintenance.
So, Jeremy's favorite self chiming in said he fished with Josh Lee back in the spring. His boat's fast. Definitely a solid selling point. So, Josh, is yours a Pursuit or is it a Frontier? And Chris Mark says, keep it clean, old school. You know, the whole NACA being very grassroots and being very against the motors. And I could care less. I don't care if you paddle, if you pedal, if you have a motor. I don't really care. Like, I'm going to go fish my game. You go fish your game, and we'll see where we end up.
Right. At the risk of sounding like, like one of those millennial snowflakes. I mean, like, what about the people that would love to be kayak fishing, and especially in a community like NACA, but can't handle the paddling,
Well, they make, they will bend or change the rules on a situational basis.
Right,
if you
right,
want to
right.
fish with them, but you're physically maybe disabled or not capable of doing it, I've been told they will, amend the rules or at least discuss it. I mean, with the way everything's going and the whole kayak fishing community, I don't foresee many series not having motors for very much longer.
Right.
But I'll straight up tell you the Pursuit. So the Pursuit is, I don't know, compared to the Frontiers, it's a lot faster. My Frontier is
just like the shape that's different.
Yeah, or is it's skinnier and it's a little longer.
Okay.
So it's less draft. It goes through the water a little
bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get it, but I chose mine for the reason that it is like the most stable thing on the water.
We can both stand up in it. He can turn around.
Yeah, and that's why I got it, because I'm fat and broke.
Listen,
so I needed something stable.
He's like a ninja. He's actually very agile, honestly. And he just gets it in that kayak. That's what I was talking about earlier. You just got all your gadgets and gazmos, and I've been in there with him, and he's turning around and standing up while I'm in the boat laying down. Me and one of the girls is in there, and all the gear and my snacks, and it just handles it.
Yeah, it does. Well, 650-pound weight capacities, and it's the biggest in the industry. Now, yeah, you're not going to be winning no whitewater rafting competition, kayak competition. No, like it. Yeah, it's slow, but for its size, it paddles relatively easy. It's not fast.
Got good motors,
but it is stable. Yeah, Jeremy Self says we have 2 disabled veterans who fish NACA with motors. I have never seen them or met them.
I was thinking you were one of them.
No, I'm not one of them. Okay. I'm not broke enough to not be able to paddle.
I mean, you did have a trailer motor on your boat.
I'm broke at the end of the day and don't feel like paddling anymore.
This season's been actually not that bad. Catch and Relief.
I've had a couple.
Has been helping out.
Yeah, Catch and Relief has made it possible, because I was hurting pretty bad. A couple of those.
Also, I feng shuied our bedroom. I think that helps. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I did though. I moved around.
Right.
Anyway.
Josh says that you can borrow his
What?
Pursuit with pedals. I'm not a fan of her borrowing anything she can't afford to replace if she breaks it.
I don't break a lot of things.
I'm just saying. I'm not a fan of borrowing anything that I can't replace if I break it.
Just buy it from him then.
He didn't say he wanted to sell it.
Well, you're up in the ante over
Good
here.
Lord.
You can't just be like, thanks,
If I
man.
bought a Pursuit with
Thanks.
pedals, you'd get my Frontier, not the Pursuit.
How do you put pedals on that for me?
You go give hand jobs until you make $1,200 for pedals.
What are you doing later?
You know what's up.
I feel like if you have pedals, I have to have pedals. Then I really won't be able to keep up.
You can have the motor. But I'm gonna do what Scott did, and I'm throwing a freaking gas motor on mine. I want like a 10 horsepower, the 9.9
I mean,
or
now,
10
see,
horsepower
that's
gas motor.
That's like next level. I
I'm
mean, like you
getting
guys are
it.
talking about, like, you know, NACA and keeping things traditional, and you like that, you know, bend the rules for a few combat vets, and you know, trolling motors
I'm
are
not
okay.
talking about the
And then you're like, I'm
tournament.
gonna put a gas motor on it,
I'm not
shake and
talking
bake,
about
you
tournament
first, you
fishing.
last.
I'm talking about
Your kayak's gonna
all
be
the
like this
practice
going
fishing.
across the water.
Nah. Check out Scott's stuff.
Okay.
He said that thing hauls ass.
Look, I have seen this season actually him in 2 tournaments where the freaking jet skis and the bass boats were like,
Let me tell you.
as somebody from the bank, like I care about him when he's, you know, tournament fishing. I'm always rooting him good luck and whatever. But just as a person just sitting there watching what was going on in the water, I wanted to like take them out with like anything, sticks, eggs,
Sniper
bullets.
rifle.
Yes. They were rude. They're so rude. And I feel like at that point in time, I was like, man, I wish that he had a motor just to get away in enough time to where you can actually get a few more casts in a, you know, reasonable time frame or whatever. But yeah, that was, so I can imagine that'd be useful.
Scott says he's getting a Pursuit next.
Look up in the comments. That is,
I mean, I feel like that's what he's talking about.
Yak.
But yeah, his next yak would be a Pursuit with pedals. I'd have to fish it for a while and see if I like the advantage of pedaling over the disadvantage of having
like
all
the
that,
transitions of it, like where your
shit
gear's
just
gonna
on
go.
my kayak.
Yeah, where your gear's gonna go.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where my kayak
stuff.
is super clean. Nothing's in the way. I know where everything's at. And I just don't know if I want to convolute it with more stuff again.
I'm happy that you went back to the seat, the original seat.
I need to put the pedestal back on. It's a little too low. But
well, you always talked about that was like better. One of your favorite things about that was that they had such a comfortable seat that you weren't, you know, and then he goes and puts this cooler on here because he's going off to battle, which was a smart idea. It was a great idea. It just wasn't the most comfortable. I don't think. It didn't look comfortable.
I mean, it wasn't all that comfortable, but it was practical for tournament fishing.
Right. Problem is you're so focused on fishing that you don't realize your butt's
Scott says he needs to bring the Honda down
numb.
for me to try out.
What's that?
The gas motor for his kayak.
Oh.
He says he's going to go use his Honda tomorrow or Thursday for some running up the rivers near him. And then he should bring it here for me to try. I mean, please, no, don't.
Now, I'm not a fan of him trying things that we can't afford to buy if he breaks it.
I know what he paid for it. I can afford it.
I was saying, I'm not a fan of just him trying anything at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it feel when the shoe's on the other foot?
It doesn't mean anything because I'm the one that brings the bacon home.
That's okay. I cook it.
I know. You burn it too.
What? I don't eat crispy bacon. I don't eat crispy bacon.
Yeah. Now, I've been talking about putting a gas motor on my kayak for years. I just haven't pulled the trigger. But if I came across the right deal like Scott did, he came across a deal that was almost too good to pass up.
Your idea of a deal is like walking into Cabela's and being like, yeah, I want it.
No.
No.
I
don't really look for deals.
No, he got a good deal. And he got not just a good price, but he got a good deal. Like the motor runs good and he doesn't have any problems with it. And, that kind of thing.
I thought you were talking about
Saw a Pursuit with a mud motor. Hell yeah. See, I don't know why. Why don't we have like something, how you can just bolt on a transom mount trolling motor? Why don't they make one that's like transom mount jet motor of a jet ski? I mean, I want to build one. And your dad has a couple old ass jet skis. They may not even run or even be able to become running, but just to have the parts to be able to mock something up, I feel like I can do that.
I think they're like, you touch them and they like fall apart.
I mean, I don't care. the motor ain't gonna fall apart.
I don't think they're there anymore.
He said they're over there by the neighbor.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
neighbor
we don't like them.
that they
They
don't
can
like.
stare at our junk.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
yeah. See, very lucky. $650 for a $1,000 motor with a warranty.
he gets the big deals.
I know, that's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm all about gas motors. If you haven't figured that out, I think it'd be cool to make like a kayak racing league, but the motor has to be bolt-on only. You can't do any mods to the kayak. You just have to be able to bolt the motor on and go. And that's why I think jet ski motors would be the way to go. Propless, jet motors, like you can be in just a couple inches of water.
What is a mud motor?
A mud motor
Enlighten me.
is one that has a really long shaft that you can use the tiller handle to bring it out of the water.
Okay.
Okay. And it's for going in like 1 inch of water.
Okay.
Like you're churning mud, like you're lifting the motor up to just hit the blades on the water. Because if you go too deep, you're in dirt and
Seems
mud.
Like that would be very smart to have on a kayak.
Well, they have it in a lot of John boats, and they do a lot, catfishing and stuff like that. Yeah. It's basically the precursor to a fan boat.
Dude.
You know the fan boats?
I have never ridden one in my life.
Oh, they're fun as shit.
Well,
especially in Florida, where all the gators are at.
We should go for my birthday next week.
Next week. Mm-hmm. It's a couple jet motors running the Flint when the water's high.
What?
Hell, yeah.
This Flint, our Flint down here?
Jet ski motor's too big and heavy for a Frontier? I don't believe it. I think if you stripped it down to its bare minimum and it was a small jet ski to begin with, I think it'd work. But I'm not one that's all worried about the horsepower
tune in on
rating
episode
of the
38. We'll see if the redneck engineers, have
I mean,
created
I'm
that.
just saying.
I see your wheels turning.
They've been turning for years. I've been thinking about that for a long time.
Oh goodness. What is it required to do that?
What are you talking about?
I mean, like, what kind of stuff are you going to buy to make this motor? I mean,
I'm probably nothing.
Okay. I get nervous.
Probably nothing.
He watched that Iron Forge.
I don't. Yeah.
What's that?
I don't have any money.
Fire and the Forge and
Forge
the Fire.
and Fire.
Yeah. So he watches this, and the next thing I know, we're at Harbor Freight buying
it was
everything we need for a freaking Iron Forge.
It was Veterans Day sale,
right?
And things were like 50 to 70% off. So for like $1,700, I got like $4,500 worth of equipment.
You sure did. And then
my
we
wife
got to enjoy it in the living room for
weeks.
What? First of all, no, I didn't. Then we got to enjoy it in the living room for weeks. He was so proud of all of his new gadgets. He just would sit there and look at them all.
Right. At least in the house, they're shiny and clean.
It was like a Christmas.
If I put them in the garage where they go and they get covered in paint.
Okay, you know what? Everybody will tell you a tool is meant to be used, okay? I know where everything is out there.
Getting a kite sail. I've seen those. I think they're pretty neat. I've seen the ones that people use, I guess, as like an anchor too. It's like a sock. And it basically just slows your drag through the water. I've never actually seen anybody use one, but I've seen them for sale. Yeah, jet ski motors and John boats for sure. And mud motors, stuff like that.
Jet ski motors are just like heavier or faster? I mean, obviously,
yeah.
Like they're faster.
Josh is talking about the Bixby. Yeah, it's a transom mount jet motor. I agree. It's also like $4,400. And it has a joist throttle control that looks like it came from an F-18.
And that's normally on what?
What?
That
it's
motor.
Not normally on any. It's on kayaks.
Oh,
they made them for
and
kayaks.
They have
it's got this huge throttle.
I mean, are you even in a kayak anymore at that point? Or just a really small boat?
I mean, a kayak is a small
boat. I mean, yeah, but I mean, the same like
but it's a jet motor,
right?
Instead of a trolling motor.
Probably more convenient doing that.
No. I don't know. It's very like it's well overkill for controlling
Is
the
it like
motor.
fun or like sports? Or like, do they race kayaks or is it like for fishing?
It's like for moving your ass around to fish. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll admit I don't know much about boats. We're up to there at Tim's Ford and like these tiny little boats with the speakers are going by, and I'm thinking, this is really like a really affordable boat. And then I was like, that boat's like $400,000, $200,000. It's a speedboat. It goes super fast and plays loud music. You fit like 3 people in there or something. I don't know. It's crazy.
Boat.
But I'm thinking it's like
pulling skiers and
like,
all that shit. I don't.
$5,000.
I never said
Cute
it
little
was
boat. No,
400,000.
It's like a shitload of money.
What I said was probably 100,000.
No. I'm just saying I don't know much about boats.
Or more.
That was my experience. I was thinking like, that's probably cheap. No,
there's no such thing as cheap when you start talking about boats.
No.
Anyway, beginner tackle tip of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beginner's tip of the week. What do we call it?
Don't use treble hooks.
Christ, I feel dumb. Back to the basics. There we go. Whew, I wish my head didn't hurt. So we've got a couple different things here, hers and mine, but they're generally the same thing. And it's like a secret, I guess, amongst kayakers. Like, hey man, what net do you have? I got this one. You got that one, right? I don't know why it's such a secret, but guess what? The rubberized nets don't let hooks like stay hooked in them. They come out way easier.
This is
and Jeremy Self says
valuable information.
He says we don't talk about price around here. Just the glory of the bass. Right. I agree.
Thailand small boat races.
Thailand, but the boats in Thailand are like half as wide as my kayak, twice as long, and have a huge mud motor. So they're fast. Yeah. Not very stable, but fast. Anyway, nets, right?
Yeah.
For years, I used a cheap net. I'm just going to call it that. It's a cheap. I don't even know what brand it was. It was foldable. You could pack it away real easy, and then you could unpack it when it's time to fish. But it was just a net. It was a regular net, and I hated using it. I got to the point where I didn't use my net because I hated getting the lure caught in the net and having to unsnag it and all that kind of crap.
I've never used my net. I just get so excited and I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But you do have a rubberized net.
I have an awesome net. Just waiting to be used.
Just waiting.
Just waiting.
What's funny is she actually has a hook on it.
Oh. Well.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Okay.
Show them your net.
Okay. Well, I actually was going to say what I like about this is that it's not cumbersome, but it's better on a kayak than in the podcast room. So,
it's small.
First of all, I'll show you this lovely net.
What's nice is that you sit really low in your kayak. So she doesn't need a very long handle to net a fish.
Right. Okay. If I can unhook this treble hook from this net,
it's not hard.
In front of you
lift.
Right now, it might be like a
there you go.
magic trick. These are my arch nemesis, y'all. This was a big deal that you just witnessed. Anyway, look how cute this is.
I know. Pretty sure it's mine.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's mine.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This I like because it's short. I don't have a big old fancy kayak like he does. And I sit lower.
It's her first year kayak fishing. So yeah, she's got to, you got to take your licks. You got to work on kayak fishing first.
Hey, I'm just saying, I've got the standard kayak. I like it. I like that this goes right behind my seat, so I can get it out with like either hand. I've had it up underneath the side of my seat
on everything.
So yeah, easy to maneuver.
I can't believe you haven't used it to net a fish yet.
I haven't.
It's horrible.
Like a wild woman, I guess. I just lipped my own fish with my own bare hand and now don't even need a net.
Yeah, right. So Chris Marks throws out like this gem of knowledge. Winning money in a tournament will change your mind for sure.
Right.
about using that net.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Otherwise,
net-
like, who cares if you didn't get a picture with a fish? Oh, well, you know what I mean?
right.
But when that fish
Mhm,
could win something,
mhm.
I'm the kind of person that was like, who needs a net? You
Oh,
know what I
there's
mean?
been
Like
several times I've been out with him, and I'm like, "Damn, why didn't you have your net?" And he's like, "Because I had you taking up all the space."
yeah.
So,
Okay.
what's the solution that you got where
Well,
you could
I
fit?
have a net.
Yeah, show us.
This
let me
guy's
scoot
nice.
over
This
because
guy's nice
his
because
is nicer than mine.
it folds out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's got the forearm deal.
Which
makes you feel like a door gunner,
mm-hmm.
To a Black Hawk. But
so you got your nice. Camera, your fishing pole, or your
it
paddles.
Makes netting a fish way better. It's got
like
these
one-handed net
really big, octagon type circles on it, and it's all rubberized. And I've never had a hook that didn't just like come right out.
We should switch.
Switch what?
To something that I can't get a hook stuck in.
Well, they don't make clothes out of that.
Y'all, he won't unhook my shirt. It's been on his side of the bed for like a week.
No, I put it on your side of the bed.
I keep putting it back on yours.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it. Anyway, going back to what Chris Mark says, I've lost like tournament winning fish, but at the same time, I've lost them trying to use my net as well. So, I won't say that having a net or using the net will save the day.
Oh, I'm not against the net,
but
I just
definitely has the ability to help not lose a fish.
Right.
If you just like, I've tried to get in the practice of just netting every fish, whether I think I need it or I don't. Just grab the net the fish.
Yeah.
And it has, because you catch those fish where you lip it and the hook just kind of falls out. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. What if that happened right next to the kayak as you're trying to lip it? The hook just came out. But if it was in the net, it would have just fell in the net. The fish, not the hook.
Remember that one awesome fish? Oh, it was a beaut. It was big, and you put it on this stringer.
Yeah, that was a Happy Hollow.
Tortured. Yeah,
I did the stringer wrong.
I'll never.
I did the stringer wrong.
Yeah,
it was my fault.
I had a feeling the whole time he was putting this fish in this thing. I'm like, babe, I don't know if you should do this. And he's like, just take the picture first. He's like, no, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. He gets everything all set up. He's all happy because it was a good fish. And he pulls up the freaking thing, and there was no fish on it. I'm like not that supportive wife that's like, it's okay, honey, you'll get the next one. I was like, that was so stupid. I told you not to do that. I can't believe it. I had tears in my own eyes.
Right.
It was not good. I'm sorry, babe.
It happens.
I mean,
you live and you learn.
I'll never put a fish on a stringer.
I learned, then obviously, and I did it wrong, but there's that natural spot in the bottom of, actually two, the bottom of a bass's bottom jaw, where there's like a natural hole,
right,
just behind their jawbone, and the fish stringer goes in there without really even hurting them. So, yeah, you live and you learn. Anyway, using the net, it's pretty good practice if you're trying to win things. If you're just out fun fishing, it is what it is.
So what's the price point of your folding net that doesn't get hooks caught in it?
That one's $80.
$80.
Yeah.
So I got mine, which is compact like
$20.
His. It still has the rubberized net so that I don't get.
Maybe. I don't know how much it was.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like $19.99.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't more than, I'll tell you what, it wasn't more than $25. I know for sure. And it's got the leash on it. It's very handy. It's compact. I, haven't been in a situation where I've had multiple things going on and I could only get a one-handed, net. Like I said, I never actually used it. I mean, I have in saltwater, but not on a kayak. But so $80, $20. I wouldn't spend money on one of those ones that have that's not rubberized. They get tangled up just in the store.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah.
Chris Marks is throwing out some invention ideas here.
Okay, let's hear it.
Says he wants to build a pop-up net for when they're in the tournaments. It's got no grips. It's just a pop-up net basically around your cab of the kayak
Hmm.
where you're measuring your fish. And it would, if the fish flopped off the measuring device, it would contain it and it wouldn't allow it to jump back in the water.
Hmm.
Just pretty cool idea.
That's
I know a lot
so
of the
futuristic. I love it.
right.
Mm.
I know a lot of the guys that do YouTube videos that are tournament fishers and stuff like that, tournament anglers. They have a very specific technique of netting a fish and then keeping the net close to the water, so the fish can kind of chill instead of putting it on a stringer and kind of put it just barely in the water. And that, that also allows it a place. So if the fish flops, they like keep their net right there by the measuring device in case it flops. It chance of it flopping into the net is better than
You handle
flopping
the
into
fish
the water.
very well. You don't have very floppy all over the
I
place.
rub their butthole.
Like Jeremy Self?
Yeah, he taught me.
Mm-hmm. So, y'all didn't demonstrate on each other, did you? I taught you.
Whatever.
Happens. Like Gunnersville stays in Gunnersville.
What happens on the lake stays on the lake.
Anyway.
But
I've had a couple wild ones.
Rubberized net. That's the key. That's the basic tip here.
I heard, okay, y'all, do those ones that are not the rubberized one, don't they hurt the fish? Don't they like take off the scales and the fish is like flop around it? Because I've heard that
no. Get out of here.
No, yeah, I've actually been places where they've had signs up that you can't use them. It's not good for the fish. It's
Where have you been?
I mean,
the zoo?
Waters.
Never ever seen a sign about not using a kind of net.
I mean, it was like a place that you go to fish. You know what I'm saying? It was like not really a resort. It was up north.
Kevin, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad to see a YouTuber on
Kevin.
here. Appreciate it.
So I don't know if that's like a myth or whatever, but
I'm pretty sure it's a myth.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that
I've never seen a sign.
Anyway, that's why I was asking if there's merit to it. I don't know, but the rubberized ones doesn't seem like it would irritate the fish.
You're not supposed to like let it flop around your boat.
Right.
Let it flop around your kayak because it has a slime coat on it.
Right.
So, you don't want it to flop around really at all. It's better for the fish if you like wet your measuring device before you lay it on it and that kind of thing. But, lots of little things you can do to help, but none of them are really going to hurt the fish. The net ain't going to hurt it. Flopping around might take some of the slime coat off, but the fish is going to survive. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anything else on nets?
No.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen over here. The Venom Tackle Highlight of the week.
Man, I'm still stuck on the same one.
What are you stuck on?
I'm stuck on this one.
Boom. There's the banner. Now I got to share my screen.
I had it back in action working for me this past weekend. I was going through making my own highlight. This I'm about to show you. The buzztail.
Well, you're not showing me anything. We're showing the screen here.
Right. Buzztails.
Okay, so this is Burnt Knuckles' favorite bait. And he was in the picture of a hog. Hydrilla gorilla. It was in the mouth of one of those.
That's a code word for bass, big bass.
Big bass. Anyway, Venom Lures, you can go to their website right here. The Venom Lures Skip Shad. Now, I would venture to say that that's not a whole lot different than my buzztail shad that I absolutely love.
It's totally different.
Okay, no, it's not. The tail's different. This is it's got a fluke tail, so it's gonna, it's gonna jump around a little more and it's gonna twitch a little more. Flukes are great. Flukes look like fish jumping, little bait fish jumping around. But my buzztail shad is good for top water and good for below the top water.
Yes. For indecisive people like myself.
I love my buzztail shad, but this, I the actual color that is in his picture. You can go to Venom Lures on Instagram. And you can see a bait just like this in a big old fish's mouth. But this is the Skip Shad, and it is Burnt Knuckles' favorite. If you don't know who Burnt Knuckles is, you're gonna have to check him out. He's good people.
Buckle up, y'all.
Good people. All right.
So
But that is the Venom Tackle Highlight of the week. I would venture to say that it's going to catch just as many fish as my buzztail shad, just because it's a similar profile and they work similarly. They work close together as far as how the bait moves in the water and stuff like that. But that buzztail, I don't know what it is, and it's not even. I did catch one on the 5.5 inch this last weekend.
Oh, you did.
But the 4.5 inch just seems to be the juice for me, and I don't know what the deal is.
It's perfect. I found that they don't want
The
big
big ones.
stuff here.
Yeah, no.
What is it?
I don't know.
They're on a diet.
They say big baits, big
Corona.
fish, but I mean, when I throw big stuff, I never get bit. I throw small stuff, I get hit by a whopper.
That little thing right there is when we were up at Pat's Pond, got me that decent sized bass fish.
Right?
That tiny little one.
So I mean,
it was hard to get. It was hard to cast out more than if like the wind blows, and then there goes your bait.
Right?
But yeah, I'm still stuck on the buzztail shad.
Well, the buzztail shad's my favorite lure of 2020.
The tube squid. The tube squid thing. It's there. Stop it. The tube squid. I'm trying to look at you. I have a crick in my neck.
Tube squid.
Whatever. It's
a tube. That's it.
With the tentacles.
It's just a tube.
Smells.
That's what all tubes look like.
Okay.
I mean, not all. Venom has some that don't have the squid-looking things on the end.
The what? And you want to make fun of me for saying it different. Anyway.
They have some.
We're frozen.
Straight. We are. Damn it.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Yeah, there we are.
Back.
Sorry about being frozen.
Anyway, that has been pretty towards the beginning of summer. I got a lot of action with that. I loved it.
The buzztail?
No.
What? Oh, the tube?
Tube squid. So
the reason I bought the tubes is because we had the guys from Venom, DK and Burnt Knuckles on, and they're the ones that showed us the old tube and how to rig it weedless.
Oh, we don't have none up here.
No, we don't have any up here. And I was intrigued. They're like, these aren't just for smallmouth. There's for largemouth too. And I didn't believe them, but they truly are. But largemouth like them too. What are you doing? Well, hurry up with it. Everybody's anxiously waiting. She's trying to pull one out of her little tackle thing.
So this is not the Venom one. Let them know. But this is one.
This is not the Venom.
This is my challenge for this week. I'm going to try.
Give it here. It's out of focus. That's not. Well, I guess it is a tube.
Similar.
It's looks like a crawl.
Tube crawl. It's new.
Yeah.
None of us had ever seen it before. That's what made me buy it at Bass Pro.
You got these at Bass Pro?
With you.
I mean, I don't remember. Okay. It's not the Venom one, but it does look juicy. For Christ's sake, babe. My wife, her brain doesn't work. Yeah, that's the problem. Good Lord. Other than that, so she just like tripped over the light trying to run outside, and I don't know what she broke, but here it is. Sorry about that. We're not very professional around these parts. Here's our tournament on September 19th. I do have to redo this poster because we have some other organizations that have joined, and door prizes and all that kind of thing. And I need to make sure everybody's getting credit for where credit is due. Yak Attack actually has sent me multiple gift certificates to hand out. I thought that was awesome. Tony Dean at the Kayak store, he's got door prizes and packs coming together that are going to be going out. Venom Lures has donated a ton of stuff. That's all getting given out. Stephanie at Bull Feathers, she's gonna do a gift certificate for a beard if you like how my stuff looks. Anyway, On Demand Decals is they've given some swag packs and some cups and some flags and stuff like that, and they're gonna be here fishing with us.
Didn't
who else
Cockland
we got?
Express do the cash money?
Cockland Express, Scott Hines, Ron Biggs, Jason Lilly, they've all donated cash money. Yeah. So it's going to be good. You look, Madison County Lake it's a beautiful lake. I've seen them feed the fish. So sometimes it's hard to get a bite, but there are some big ass fish in there. Okay.
And you don't have to have a fishing license. You just pay for them. You just pay when you go there.
No, negative.
Really?
Negative.
Oh.
You have to have a fishing license and you have to pay the $3 permit to fish that lake. We talked about it with the guys that took over Madison County Lake a few months back. And I need to, like this weekend, I had planned on reaching out and going out there and talking to them again. But I'm trying. I don't even know if they can legally do it. But I'm trying to get them to waive the $3 license for fishing that particular body of water.
Okay.
And I'm trying to waive the money that they would get for someone to rent a John boat with a trolling motor on it. They've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 John boats with trolling motors.
They're pretty
It's
reasonable
first.
if they don't get
No,
one.
I mean it's cheap, but I'm trying to get it all in the $20 tournament fee. Now, whether I succeed in that or not, I mean I can't make any promises, but I hope you believe that I'm actually trying. I'm gonna take that off the screen.
Oh, hi.
So yeah, there's lots of swag. Half the money from all the entries, it's $20 to enter. Half the money goes straight to the families. It's going to get split 50-50. So basically 25% of everybody's entry fees goes to each family. And then the other 50% will be divvied up amongst the top 3 as a
first, second, third cash prize.
Yeah, I don't remember what I put the percentages on. I think it was like 60, 30, 10 or something. I don't. Either way, like third place was at least getting their $20 entry fee back or something like that. But yeah, you know,
you're going to be leaving with some swag. Like everybody that's coming, if you just come to stand there, you're leaving with something.
Right. And it doesn't matter if you're
fishing,
a kid,
whatever, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a boat or a kayak or anything. You can fish from the bank. It doesn't matter how old you are. But you do have the opportunity to like throw your kayak out there. You could go in a fully loaded like $100,000 bass boat. You just have to use a trolling motor. You can't use a gas motor. So it's all electric.
We're going to be hitting you guys with some more details and stuff. The more he talks, the more I'm nervous of him giving away the surprises.
What's the surprise
that
I'm going to give away?
It's a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Well, that is all. I'm going to throw our social media up here if anybody is interested in checking out our other things going on. I only have your Instagram on there because your other stuff wasn't really working.
Personality for the both of us.
Yeah. I feel like sloth tonight. But if you want to get a hold of us or check out our things, that's where you do it.
Yep.
Right. And then boom, here's all like, the sponsors and the companies that we believe into or sponsored by, or
that's my sponsor.
Just like a lot. Right. I know what that is.
I'm a good investment.
I mean, off the top, I'm a combat vet, so I support troops, right? My little brother's a firefighter, so, we're all about that. Thin red line. But red is remember everybody deployed. If you are on my Instagram or Facebook, you see every Friday something about remember.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
He is in style.
Everyone deployed. They got red on somewhere, somehow, doing something. NACA, the series that, is like near and dear to my heart as far as kayak fishing goes. North Alabama Kayak Anglers. You can check them out on Facebook.
There's just like a community of anglers, I think.
YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. I think they're on Instagram, but I'm not 100% sure. KBF is one that I'm, they've been around for a while. Chad Hoover's done great things for kayak fishing, and he owns Kayak Bass Fishing, the brand name, I should say.
He started off with like just videos and information, right? And then boom.
No, I mean, he's been in the game for a minute. But BASS, they started kayak fishing this year. Yeah, and Jimmy Skinner's running. He was director of Alabama qualifier for that, which was less than half the price of the major tournaments that BASS is doing. They had 5 tournaments this year.
I have like several fishing crushes, inspirations, I think.
Okay.
And I got to see all of them there.
You can see all of what where?
At the BASS Nation, the first one.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. I was able to
it
fish
attracted
that
some
first one.
Quite a few popular anglers out there.
Logan Martin, in Middle Alabama, and all the kayak people that I follow on Instagram and stuff like that. They were all there.
I was a little starstruck for a second. Cool.
I was just trying to talk to everybody, and some people had their friends and things going around, and I was just like, man, it's cool just to meet you guys.
He was giddy, even.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So sponsors down at the bottom, Platinum Koi. If you like my ink, I mean, you could check out my Instagram. I got pictures of my ink on there. Go see Tony Johnson.
You're selling your body.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Stoop to any low. No, it's awesome. Tony's detail is amazing.
He's a realistic artist, and that's why I chose him for the recent ink that I've been doing, and I love his work. He is by far like the lightest hand I've had. Yeah, it's important.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
It's important. I'm not sponsored by New Canoe. I just believe in them. I love my New Canoe. I still think for the 100%. Bang for your buck and the capability of it, it's all your imagination, what you can do with it, and I love it.
He's modified his kayak, the New Canoe, like it's so versatile. It really is. I've seen you have it like 10 different ways.
Yeah.
Makes me jealous.
Yeah, we got on-demand decals who's done some stuff for the tournament and some swag packs, and they're family, so we there, right? They're coming down here.
Well, they're coming
supporting
here. Actually,
I mean, we're both. Kalkin Express is my old man. His trucking business. You're not going to find Kalkin Express on any social media. You'll find my dad, but not Kalkin Express.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Right. That's all he is. CSR, Catch Some Relief. I'm gonna share my screen again.
The bomb.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you this guy. Go here. Click on the problem. You can look at all different stuff.
I feel like in the past,
this one right here is my favorite.
In the past, like 2-3 years, I've just seen it's like this pothead explosion. You're seeing like gummies at the gas station, all this,
right?
Yada yada yada. And I've been like, no, I don't know. I'm afraid, is it going to make me do this? Whatever. And eat the gummy. It's not. Nothing happened. Whatever. And then this stuff is no joke. Like, I don't know. I like to see a lot more women fishing and everything, but like sometimes people are like go complain that their husband's fishing every week. I never worried about that, but you were in pain when you came home. You were stiff and sore from paddling or sitting or casting over and over if it was cold, whatever.
Here we go.
You just need to get back on track. There we go.
Catch Some Relief.
Yeah.
This is my favorite one.
It's huge. It's like
a 2-ounce tin.
Took the Saturdays back.
$50. But I mean, it took the place of Advil and Aleve and BioFreeze and all that. Like it took the place of all that.
It's comfort.
Yeah, and I'm a skeptic. Like I've used some CBD stuff in the past, and it didn't really work. And then I tried some stuff in Iowa because I was hurting really freaking bad, and somebody had some like prescription CBD stuff, and it took the edge off.
Mhm.
So that's what got me to actually try Catch Some Relief. And boy, like it works.
See, I noticed it with him, but the moment that I was like, "Holy crap," was when our friend had his hands were like crushed and
Yeah, like broke his hands.
swollen and bruised, and he put it on, and the next day, swelling was down, normal coloring. He could use it. Allergies, I'm sorry, but I was astonished. I was like, "What the heck?" I was in
Chris
shock.
Marks says you need to fish NACA because we need more women.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean,
We need more women anglers, period. I mean, not enough. I don't think the women are getting the
you're there to
notoriety.
fish, not to meet women.
I know. But there's a lot of women anglers that people just don't realize.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot.
I mean,
Jeremy Self says it looks like I need to try Jack Self's moonshine muffins.
what is a moonshine muffin?
I have no idea, but I am intrigued, son.
It's like two of our favorite things.
I mean, I didn't get this skinny because I'm picky about what I eat. No. Moonshine. I love moonshine. So
I don't know what
moonshine
a
muffin
moonshine muffin
sounds
is, but I'm down to try one.
amazing.
I'll trade you some chocolate chip cookies.
She makes pretty badass chocolate chip cookies. We should get the CBD water soluble drops and put them in the cookies.
Yeah, good night, kids.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hmm?
I don't know. This virtual
Serious.
school is something else. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but
Scott says, sounds good to him.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ryan has been broken. You know, he's messed his back up and neck up really bad in race car wrecks and semi wrecks and all kinds of stuff. And he tried the CBD and he likes it a lot too.
good. I'm happy.
Might not pass piss test, huh? Must be one of them.
Wait, the moonshine muffin?
Yeah.
Won't? Oh,
It sounds like it's
the
moonshine
CBD,
or something else.
To catch some relief, you're not going to
Yeah.
fail a drug test at
No.
all. It's totally legit and it's totally like working.
Yeah.
But the moonshine muffin,
I mean,
what is
you
it?
know,
Moonshine? Is it moonshine? Is it code word for like pot?
maybe it's moonshine and something else. Or maybe it's just, you know, the shine of the actual moon.
Mm.
I don't know, like mystical,
That was
magical
deep.
powers. Moonshine hot apple pie. I need to make again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy Cosby. We'll try your moonshine muffins.
Cosby. Yeah. Trying to roofie a girl.
He's got to take it first.
I mean, I'm in.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, following down the list. Catch Some Relief. So if you want to try this CBD cream, is it still on? Do I still have it up?
Stop it. You're
Add
like,
this
it's like
cream.
watching my grandma
Look.
use Facebook for the first
Look.
time.
If you're interested in using this stuff, here is a code for 15% off. You only get it from me. Boom. Coughlin 15. Hey. Go there, use it, be happy. And start to be a little less pain or even completely pain-free. Like
Bum, bum.
there's no dump bum. I've been hurting and it seriously
Yeah.
helps. And I'm not, if you know anything about me, I'm not quite the bullshitting type. Kind of tell you how it is, whether it's good or bad. And
It's a ray of sunshine all the time.
yeah,
Fake it till you make it.
right.
No.
All right. Venom lures, right? If you want to order some Venom lures, one, if it's over $50, they have free shipping. I just think that's cool. Two, if you use this code, Get Twisted, you get 10% off your order. That's an exclusive code here. All right. Bam. Next. More savings coming in.
Savings.
Yeah. Solar Bat. I'm actually working with them to, you know, get better stuff. I was displeased with the prescription that I got. not, the prescription's clear, but the way that they were made, and Mr. Gary Nesty is the owner of Solar Bat, and he's working with me to, to get me something that I like. And it's not because, I support Solar Bat or any of that stuff. It's because I'm a customer, and he does that for all customers. But right now, Solar Bat is having 20% off everything on their website. So summer 20, use that, save 20%, get some cool shades. And if you want prescription, they got it. If you just want some shades, they got it. Their proprietary thing is that they have different polarized filters on their glasses that allow you to see the fish better.
I liked the clarity. It really, I mean, like, I noticed a difference. The fit wasn't for me, but then again, they were your glasses.
Right.
So I had, issues with it being like tighter in one spot, loose in another, fogging up or whatever. But I kept, I sometimes borrow his stuff to test it out, an extra opinion.
Right.
You're going to see through the water. It made a big difference.
Right. Hazel Green Chiropractic is the parents of one of the burn victims that we were doing the tournament for, James. James and Natalie were burnt very badly. And James's parents, Doc John and Jacqueline, they are Hazel Green Chiropractic. So those guys give us so much.
Kept you walking.
Yeah. John and Jackie are great people.
And gave you a wife.
Yeah, what makes you so special?
I don't want to hear this.
You came from your dad's balls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's special.
They're solid gold.
Right. GUD, that's going away. I need to delete that off there. My eyeballs and my time of day, just two totally different things. I have dreams and aspirations for bigger, better things, but
we're trying to get him to be a trophy husband.
I can only do so much a day, and starting a clothing line, just it's a lot of work. Sundress Chef is not a sponsor, but awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
If you're bringing home these fish that you're catching,
right?
The awesome seasoning is the bomb.
Her seasonings have won me 2 rib competitions.
I'm trying to pull up the picture of the fish.
They're amongst friends, but it's still a win. I don't care what you call it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. When you're in competition with anybody, even your own wife or kid.
I'm in competition.
Pretty vicious.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so proud to say that I beat you in the wrestling.
But you didn't. I did. Anyway, Barefoot Outdoors is this one's something. Her affiliated company.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
They got
I done talked about everything. It's past my bedtime. I don't see any other questions, comments, gripes, complaints, or concerns.
I did almost break my ankle running outside to show you this tube thing with the tentacles that we were talking about earlier from Venom. That is my second favorite because it's so reliable. It's I'm not gonna worry about
Why
catching
isn't it
something
out of the box yet?
Well,
because all that time talking, you could have had it out and ready.
I don't want to be fidgeting too much, making a racket. It's a racket. It's loud. I love this thing. People that have been in the game for a while, they're probably like, "Oh yeah, that's a cute little thing." Whatever. Had 10 of those. No, it's helped me so much. I love it.
And there ain't a tube in it.
Stop it. Stop
look
it.
Look at all that work you put. Oh, there's one. There's one.
There's one. I knew it. Next to what was
your
first
favorite, the grub.
That made me fall in love with Venom in the beginning was this little fella right there.
That's the
the
grub.
Even on days that he wasn't catching, I was getting big.
Oh, there's days that she outfished me for sure. Let's see the tube.
Oh, here. Well, I mean, I've built it up now.
Right.
There it is.
You gotta hold it up.
Well, you have longer arms. See? And it comes.
It's not very.
With
now it's in focus, but
they're salty something. It's got this scent on it. Like
it does, but it's better if you put the old Venom juice.
You don't
right
have
inside.
to use it. You don't have to use it. But this one comes so like, I mean, you're pulling it out of the package, and it's like
Covered in
If I was a
salt.
fish, I'd be eating it. Yes, it's covered in salt. It's got like the
Tastes
and it
kind of
stays
garlicky
that
because I
way.
get it on my fingers and then I get it around my mouth
I'm
because I'm
not
wiping sweat off, and it just is what it is.
okay. Well, for those of us that don't taste test our own fishing stuff, I don't know what it tastes like, but I do know that it kept the smell and the salt and like the juiciness of it. Like, yeah, I've had this same one. This one thing right here has caught me like 3 or 4 pretty good sized bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
That particular one?
This same
Okay.
one.
You keep using it?
Well, see,
it's
I
not
know it's
tore
the same
apart?
one because it's missing 2 tentacles.
Uh-huh.
But we've bonded
You
now.
got to keep it
Hell
away from the
no, I'm not
Japanese
getting rid
girls.
of
They
it.
do some freaky stuff with things like that.
It's a family show.
It's an adult show.
So, but I was making my own highlight reel because somebody is so popular on the social media, does all of his own, he's always doing something flashy on there, whatever. Anyway,
Right.
so, and I have like 11 pictures in a row of me with fish and in their mouth. Every single one of them is this.
Is that tube?
Is
it's
the 4 or is the 5? What is it?
4.5 inch.
4.5 inch
buzztail
buzztail shad in what color?
Green shiner.
It's green. We had a debate because I'm seeing
Teal
blue
is
and
green.
gold, but it's on their website. It's green.
Yep.
Every single fish in their mouth is this.
Do you have any idea? Like 90% of the fish I've caught 2020 have been on that bait.
Yeah.
And it's not
I
like
was like, they're gonna think I'm cheat. Like this is the same fish. No,
right. No, it's not like I'm just like only throwing that bait.
This is sauce,
I'm like, okay, it's time for this kind of bait. It's now season for that, and then I throw my tackle box at stuff, and then I make my way back to the buzztail shad because I have confidence in it.
This is gonna freaking get the fish.
That's the big one.
This is the big one.
That's the 5.5 inch.
Mm-hmm. Somebody started hiding theirs.
No, I'm out.
You're not
I have
out.
like 2 left of my second bag of 50.
Yeah. I don't know what you do with them. I did not take that many, but I
use them a lot.
You just like catch the fish and you're like, they can have it as a souvenir.
No, they rip it off, or
yeah.
I catch a couple fish and it stops staying on the hook the way it's supposed to, and I cast relatively hard. So, if they don't stay put, I get rid of them.
I will nurse them.
You start melting them and making our own plastics.
We have enough to do.
I know.
Although.
Anyway, Ron, thanks. Hope everybody enjoyed my sluggish, sloth-inspired show. Was not very lively.
Well,
but
they're here for your looks anyway, babe.
Right. I have a face for radio.
Well.
Y'all be good, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Deuces.